JKJ presents
Story time with Applejays!
Hello, Shadow, Shadow, hello. I've been chasing you all over town, and now we've met, we're finally friends. Shadow likes to be with. I love Shadow. We're in, just so you know, once you've met them, I'm sure you will be friends. 'Cause when it comes to being friends, my shadow and I will never part.
Come on, Benji, sit down and let Mum help you put your seatbelt on, said Dad. Mum checked the children's seatbelts before putting hers on, ready to go. The family were on their way to a new country park that Dad had recently discovered and was excited to share with them. It was the summer holidays and they were happy to spend more time together. Where's Shadow gone? Will Shadow meet us there? Sophie questioned as they started on their trip. The journey wasn't very long at all, but that didn't stop the children's impatient questions. Will it have swings and slides? Are we nearly there? I'm hungry. Mom, can we eat now? What's so special about this park anyway? Aren't they all the same? Sophie asked under her breath. Be patient, guys. We'll see when we get there, Dad said with a smile. After a quick search around the car park, Benji spotted an empty parking space. You can park over there, Dad, Benji said with a sense of urgency. Well spotted, Benji, Sophie congratulated whilst keeping an eye out for Shadow. Hello, Shadow, she said excitedly as they jumped out of the car. Were you waiting long? She asked with a smile. They began to walk up a hill towards the park. When they got to the top, their excitement began to grow. They could hear what sounded like fun, laughter and screaming. They saw lots of children, swings, climbing frames, monkey bars and big and small tunnels. As they kept walking, they noticed an ice cream van, basketball and tennis courts and a football pitch. But what really caught the children's attention was a zip wire at the edge of the park. Can we go on this? Can we go on that? The children pleaded. This isn't all there is, Dad said. Follow me and I'll show you something even more exciting, he continued, hoping to win back their excitement. Oh, please, can we? Just quickly, the children begged. Maybe on the way back, Dad replied. The children reluctantly agreed as they followed the path ahead just beside the zip wire. As they walked further away from the laughter and screaming, they began to wonder if they would have any fun in this park at all. After a short distance, those impatient questions began again. Dad, where are we going? Yeah, there's nothing here but grass. Just a little further, he said. I think we should go this way, Benji directed. No, I think we should go this way, Sophie said in her bossy big sister voice. Let's keep going, guys, straight ahead towards the lake. As they walked on, Sophie and Benji began to forget about the other children and the laughter they felt they were missing out on. Now other things began to catch their eye. Gym apparatus that had been practicing forward rolls on bars and challenging Dad to gymnastics that they'd seen on the internet. They noticed pretty flowers for pressing and bright green acorns that had fallen from the huge acorn tree. Before long, they found a nice place to sit down and eat their lunch. They opened their large picnic blanket, enjoyed sandwiches, crisp fruit, and those huge cookies as a treat. They enjoyed spending time together, and this was one of those lovely moments. The moments you picture in your mind when you think of days out as a family. The moment changed suddenly for Sophie. She noticed a more shady area close to where they were. Mom, Dad, can we go over there to play? Sophie asked. They'll still be able to see us. Okay, off you go. We'll call you to go back in a little while, said Mum. Come on, Benji, let's go, Sophie hurried her brother. Okay, I'm coming, Benji said with a mouthful of cookie, making sure not to waste a crumb. As they walked towards what looked like a secret area in the forest carved out by the trees especially for them, Sophie explained to Benji why she was in such a rush to investigate. Whilst they were eating, she'd noticed that Shadow wasn't with her anymore. She was almost certain she saw Shadow disappear into the forest-like hideout. "Do you really think Shadow is in here?" Benji asked as they walked closely. "Let's see," Sophie replied. They stepped into what looked like a cave made of branches. Sophie and Benji could not believe their eyes. Shadow was there, but not alone. Shadow waved at the children, and gestured them to come closer. "Hello, Shadow," they said in amazement as they waved back. It was like stepping into another world. Sophie and Benji remembered meeting Shadow's friends in their garden before. But this was even more amazing. Shadow had even more friends to show off to the children this time. Some looked remarkably like tree branches, and some reassembled logs you might find on the ground, but they were all very friendly and the children were pleased to meet them. "Hello, Shadow's friends," Sophie said in astonishment. "Hello," Benji repeated. He was amazed, but quite shy, standing almost behind his big sister. It seemed Sophie and Benji had interrupted a party or something. The children couldn't be sure of what was being celebrated, but they knew a party when they saw one, and it was pretty clear that there was dancing going on too. The music sounded like the whistling of a summer breeze through the trees, and as the music played, sunlight crept in and out through the branches of the branch-like tree cave, and with that the shadows moved to and fro. The party even had magic tricks to entertain the new guests. At times, when the sunlight escaped from the hideout, the other party guests would just disappear and then reappear with the light. Just as Benji began to feel less shy and was considering trying to learn the shadow branch dance moves, the children heard their names being called. "Sophie! Benji! Let's head back to the park for a short while before we go back home," said Mum. The children said goodbye to their new friends and followed their parents back to the park. They agreed to meet Shadow back at home. But as they walked back along the path, past the lake and the old oak trees, Sophie noticed Shadow had come for the walk. "Hello, Shadow," she said, chuckling. "I guess even shadows like to play in parks," she thought. The children enjoyed their time in the park, especially on the shared swing. It was their time to laugh and scream before it was time to go back home. In the car, Sophie considered how good Shadow had become at the disappearing trick that the shadow friend was doing at the branch cave party. But where was Shadow? Maybe Shadow had to run back to the party. Or maybe Shadow would meet Sophie back at home, as they had agreed. Whatever the case, Sophie was thankful for the time she had had. Not only screaming, laughing, running and playing, but also seeing, walking, smiling and learning. And who could forget eating and just being with her family? Back at home and ready to sleep at the end of an eventful day, Sophie lay in bed and considered what adventures she might have tomorrow with her friend Shadow.
Apple juice! Apple juice!
'Cause when it comes to being friends, my shadow and I will never part.